Appears to be recording. So anyway, what the fuck? Happenings YouTube Atheist Community and Stickam Fun. Another edition and such. I suppose. Appears to be what's going on now. Anyways, yeah, there'll be a short video, I think. Not much to report, really. Same old kind of crap. So, you know, we did 5 or 6 whatever hours worth of stuff. MP3 below. Kind of the same. Yeah, it's okay. Conversation. Few moments of jocularity, and otherwise, yeah, not much accomplished. So, you know, I'd like to make it more purposeful and functional. This whole argument thing has just gotta, you know, we gotta pick it up a little here somewhere. So it's all getting lost and drifting, wasting time in idiotic arguments about, you know, whether Thomas Jefferson is a rapist. Why should I waste time on this nonsense? You know, and in even other conversations, you know, it's still what's, you know, I don't know what to say. It's just the only people that argue with are nihilists, and what's the point of arguing with nihilists? Or people who don't accept the reality of the fact that there's something in the balance here that has to be negotiated in terms of figuring out whether we're running a profit, whether we can justify the existence of the human race at the expense of all the suffering that's endured, so we can watch baseball games or whatever the masses are doing tonight. It's just all quite discouraging. So anyway, it's a usual routine. I've made a ton of videos this week. The word videos I think were pretty good. You know, so that was worth doing. The Puro argument's really quite useless, and it really just has to do with my, you know, there's just some things in my life I'm just done dealing with, and you know, there's certain minimums you expect from people, you know what I mean. It's like screw me over once or twice or 3 times or 5 times, you know, you're bad. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, yeah, that's my bad. There's a point where you just say, yeah, I get it. You know, so, and the Puro argument's just gotten more and more ludicrous. I mean, now he wants to say, let's argue slavery, and like, I'll be against it and you be for it, okay? Yeah. It's just hilarious. Yeah, no thank you. I don't think I want that job. So, you know, it's nothing. And like I said, nothing else is not much else has happened. I mean, Warbles are on a lot, plays the radio, so yeah, you learn some Australian bullshit, but who cares? Paul's ego, it's nice to see him, but yeah, it's all just kind of whatever. Okay. People kind of conversation. You know, I don't really like people that much, so it doesn't do much for me. And there's really just not much else happening. And yeah. So, Hoftel a day did make another science type video, but oh god, he is tediously slow in the presentation of his content. It's just, man. So anyway, I will be doing some draft science videos, so I'll respond to his video on pi, and then I'll get back to my subject of light. And did see a couple of interesting Feynman videos to make me feel a little better about him. One where he just implies he actually says it. I mean, you know, Hoftel they posted a clip where he says something to the contrary of the clip that he says that's good. So in this one clip he's saying, no, you can't do this cubism thing of reducing everything down. And then in another clip I saw, Feynman basically does say that he sort of does believe that it all reduces down to, he doesn't say checkerboard, but he comes darn close to it. So that was encouraging. And in another video he sort of did point out quite explicitly that, yeah, they have this probabilistic math thing, but it's not for want of the better solution of you know, having the actual mechanism to understand why it comes out that way, why it works the way it works. So I'm going to work on that mechanism thing, because I think it's there to be deciphered in one way or another. So anyway, and, you know, not much just determinist one guy has been making videos from his car, which are pretty good, and then he made a video about making videos from his car, where he was arguing with himself about arguing with yourself while driving, which was sort of interesting, just the fact that his research kind of detailed the fact that it might turn out that conversation is good while you're driving. It just can't be distracting, physically. But it might be good for you to have something going on just so you don't fall asleep or do something else stupid while driving. I mean, that's probably what it comes down to, is that it's probably good for people to have people in the car talking to them so they don't fall asleep. Falling asleep is probably responsible for a lot of accidents. But anyway, whatever. And such, Poodle Susan did have a bit of a fight with Pierrot about the whole, unfortunately, in arguing the context of consent in the 1770s and 80s and 90s, and you can go on for another 100 years before women had any real rights anyway. But that's why, the whole thing just seems so ironic in the real context of the world, and with the fact that most women who weren't slaves didn't have a whole lot of choices regarding who they got stuck with. No one's calling all that rape, but whatever. Just a stupid conversation. And such, sorry, this is kind of a lament. I gotta change something. Gotta make something happen here. Gotta do something different. So just a lot of different things running in my head, different tools I'm working on, still doing the programming stuff. But it does take time, and you have to be able to concentrate. And I've just had my concentration's been it's been drifting, and so I'll sit down to do some programming work, and I'll be thinking about other shit and doing it, and I just can't seem to get it done. It just doesn't get done. So I gotta work on that. And as I sound, I'm just tired. It's that time of year though, and I just everything just feels very burdensome. Well, whatever. Gotta work on all that. Some friend of old fans has did a video. He's apparently, student loans and, e-begging and all that crap. So, yeah. I mean, but life is tough all over. I mean, it's really getting weird here. It's all kinds of people. They go up and down the street looking for metal, and you're just like, man, you don't make much money when you need like. You need like, I don't know, 150 pounds worth of metal to make like $10. I mean, it's not like it's kind of a tough racket to make money at. It's just a sign of the times, I think. So I do marvel that the economy has stayed afloat at all, because it's just so hard to make any real money doing anything honest. And you just wonder how the economy can keep floating on, so much non-existent productive work. So anyway, but that's a whole different subject. Everything's so expensive. Forget it. Very strange times on planet Earth. I believe so. I believe they're stranger than they were. All feels very strange. I'm less connected than I've ever been. I haven't watched TV for 6 or 7 years, and and whenever I hear it somewhere else, I'm amazed how inane and idiotic it sounds. You're just like, man, this is what most people are doing with their evenings. They're listening to this shit. It's crap. Anyway, I'm just, whatever. Lament. That's a lament video. Sorry. I should to get a room. And whatever, have a cry or something, get over myself and all the other crap you could say, but whatever. See what happens this week, right? Every week's a new week, so we'll see what happens, see if we get somewhere, see if something changes, see what happens, and such, and so forth and whatnot. Where the fuck's Karina? I think I gotta find out what's going on. It's just weird. People disappear and you're just like, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, weird. Till next time. I'm gonna find the right button. This is a old Kodak camera, just a regular camera that does video. But, you know, see, it should be adequate quality, I would imagine. We're gonna find out, I guess. So, till next time. It didn't turn off. Yeah, I guess I gotta press it hard.